lower than theirs. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
I'm good, thank you. I'm not
And
sure.
your
There's a bunch of
three
people
people
here.
okay. Three people. Hey, okay, first one. What's your first name?
I'm Emily.
Emil.
Emil?
Emil.
Ja.
Emil? And then man with the bonnet?
Ja.
Ja?
Yes.
How old are you? Starting the
30.
first one? I'm gonna call you 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Number one, how old are you?
35.
You're number two, but I'll call you one. Up top, how old are you?
I'm
I'm
32.
30.
32, and how
I'm
old are you?
30.
Huh?
30. 30.
30. Okay. Number one, what do you think about sharing a man?
I actually don't see anything wrong with it,
Okay.
depending on the situation. It's really no big deal. It's more of an emotional thing that women can't get over. I feel like if a person is upfront with you and honest, it should actually work better as a community. And it's just even the men and women marrying and that not happening in the Black community is already a fail. So why not put three people together and actually come up with something constructive if you're doing it in an appropriate way?
Okay.
And
Let me make sure about it. So, ma'am, up top, number two, what do you think on the subject?
I sort of agree with her, but I actually came on to kind of ask what you're thinking when you suggest a lifestyle like this. Like, what sort of things are you thinking? Are you thinking like one of us is a wife and this person has girlfriends, or like are we all girlfriends? Are we doing like a polyamorous like family thing? Like, what is your
Well,
suggestion?
okay, well, what we call it may be whatever, but it does become a poly situation. And it comes down to simply this, numbers. There are not enough men. But ma'am, at the bottom, John, I'm gonna get back to you and answer your question, John, but I want to get your point of view. What do you think?
I disagree. I wouldn't share a man, but I do understand her views.
Okay. Do any of you have children?
I do.
yes,
You have two children, John?
I do.
Two
How
also.
many fathers?
2.
Okay. And you, ma'am, up top, you have two kids or one?
Two kids, one father.
Okay, ma'am. And number one, you have one kid?
one.
One kid. Okay. All you are coming to the marketplace that have been shared. And John, I'm gonna go to you. How can you say you wouldn't want to share a man when he has to share you with your two children and the man you created? That's one person being shared with four people.
What do you consist of sharing? Am I sharing my physical body? Am I sharing my love? Am I sharing my nurturing, my care for my baby fathers? I have a husband as well. So what am I sharing?
Okay. Well, if you already have a husband, why are that doesn't need to be here? Because I don't want to disrupt what you got
Why?
going
I
on.
tampered goods though.
Excuse me,
One of
man.
my baby fathers,
Stop,
my
stop,
first
stop.
baby father is in my husband.
Stop. You're a married woman?
So what, Kev? That
I'm,
makes me,
look,
I'm eligible for your conversation.
all right. So I'm going to go on to the women I'm going to talk to. I don't know why y'all think y'all can just come over here and do what you want to. So I want you to understand that you said up front, ma'am, you said how would we be sharing that? What does, as a woman with two kids, were you married before?
No,
Okay,
no.
so
Baby father left.
why does the nature of the arrangement matter now? Fair
Why
question.
because honestly, when I think about it, I think that I kind of will be sharing a man for the rest of my life because I'll be sharing my baby father with
Mm-hmm.
whoever he decides to be with. So I don't necessarily have to have sex with him anymore to be sharing him
Mm-hmm.
automatically now.
Well,
He's part of my family that I'm connected to.
right,
Ooh,
but
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
have to go
asking,
though.
what I'm asking is, you already have a child, right? So, and you didn't require marriage before, so would you require marriage now? All right, it bounced. The baby started crying. Um,
Yeah.
the woman who, I'm not going to ask, you're already married. So you wouldn't mind sharing?
No.
Okay.
If it came down, if it
Why do
came
you
down
seem like
to
you have
it,
such a more laid back attitude and seem like most women have a knee jerk reaction to it? It's like when they know the math is not on the side.
because I've been through all walks of life. I've been through, you know, the one having the control, the one not having the control, the one. So it's like, once you kind of peep, like, okay, I could be the best woman I could be, and a person's still gonna do what they're gonna do. It's just not something you should live in fear about. Like, it's more important things in life, you know?
You mentioned something that I want to touch on, fear. Uh, I think a lot of women make decisions in
Scared,
relationships based on fear.
scared man don't live.
You don't trust men. You're always worried about somebody hustling, overdoing, and you bring all that. And what I'm trying to find is women who actually come into relationships in good faith understand that you can't control. You can only control so much. So, would it be better? I haven't heard a compelling argument to why women don't want to share. And especially, I'm going to say this too, especially if you already have kids, you've shared yourself. Now,
It's more so of a learned behavior.
that's what a lot of men think. Go ahead.
It's more so of a learned behavior, I feel like, and it's like a cliche feeling like you've heard someone else say it and you just pick up on it and say, oh no, that's just, but it's like, I think about like 2019, I just hit a point where I'm just like, it's really not that big of a deal as long as a person is honest, as long as a person has an agreement and they stick to that agreement. If you want to switch them up, if you don't like that one, we can switch them up and get another one. But as long as it's some type of understanding, everyone's clean, everyone's tested, that person doesn't have extra people on the side. I don't understand what the big problem is if it really came down to it. Of course, everybody wants one person,
Right.
but I don't understand women is just like, oh no, oh no. I mean, sometimes you do meet people where you may not get 100% of everything you may like and want in that person, but it's enough for you to be like, you know what, all right. And then if it's somebody else that makes up in other ways that they may be lacking, it's not a competition.
I think the main
Y'all
thing is
both got to
having the
juice.
conversation up front.
Think
Here's the
about
thing.
security.
Excuse me?
Security, whereas the guys nowadays can't make a woman feel
Ma'am, you're
secure
married.
with another one.
You're married. You don't. You're not dating. It
Why
doesn't
you
matter.
not married? Why are you on here
That's
hosting
what I'm trying to
shows
tell
with all
you.
these damn women,
I try to be
but I
reasonable. This
can't
is
talk?
what's wrong with somebody's wife on here with a bonnet, got an attitude. That woman ain't nobody better married. Hello, you were trying to get on here the other day. How are you doing?
Hi, how you doing, Kevin?
See, I want my critics and detractors to understand that you get upset with the way you feel like I respond, but you never talk about how rude women and rude people come on here acting. So how old are you, ma'am? You need to hold your phone
Okay,
steady.
you see me? I'm sorry, this is better.
Yeah, you need to keep your phone steady. It's jumping all over the place. How old are you?
I'm 31.
All right, we're talking about sharing tonight. Do you have any kids?
I have one son, yes.
Okay, what do you think about the concept, especially of a woman over 35, over 40 having to share a man?
I mean, it's happening anyway, so it's better to understand it and know rather to be hurt behind it and, don't take the time to really understand. I used to be in a poly relationship, so
Okay.
when I was 23, I dated a 35-year-old man at the time, and his girlfriend was 33. And we lived together. We did all that.
Oh yeah, you single. You got the single woman beat going on back there. Beep. That's
who, me?
Yeah, that's a
I
dead
gotta
ass
check.
tail.
Listen, I really funny. I
Ain't
need
no
to
man
change
gonna live with
that.
that shit.
I'm
We would rather
definitely.
I hate
live.
Yes, I need to change my smoke detector, Kevin. I do.
No, you need a man.
Huh?
You need a man.
I do.
Men come with smoke. We come with batteries in hand to change them fucking smoke
I
detectors.
bet. I'm
First time
looking
we at
up.
your
I'm
house, we're
looking.
like, oh, beep. Oh, that shit won't. No, hold on. I got to go to the store real
No,
quick.
I'm looking though. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get there, but slowly but surely.
Okay,
But
let me bring somebody up because you said you were involved in a poly relationship.
I was.
I'm going to say something, and I want you ladies to understand the spirit in which I'm saying. Anybody we're sharing you with, men got a problem with that. So you got a kid, you're already in a poly relationship from a man's standpoint because your time, your career, anything we're sharing you with. Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 28.
28. And was that your smoke detector too? Was that still?
No,
That's
no,
mine. I need to.
That's
that's
you. All
not
right.
me.
All right. So, what do you think about the concept of sharing a man, especially
You
if you're over
know,
35?
I feel like once I'm 35 and if I'm still single, I would have to be okay with it. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
like I'm
what
20
do you think about it now?
right now. I don't want to have to share a man. I have shared a man before. But like I would rather not, you know.
Okay, so what I put in the post that says, ladies, there are more account executives, that means the bottom level, than directors and vice presidents. Any organization, account executive is the entry level. The higher up you go, there are less jobs. So if you want something higher up, there's less. If you're over 35 and want to keep your lifestyle, it's time to share a man publicly and like it. But if you're 25 to 37, 27, I say 27 to 35, that's the danger zone. It's best to get real about your expectations, get real clear about your sexual marketplace value and outcome. So you're 28.
Yeah.
How serious have you gotten about what you want to have your life look like by the time you're 35?
Honestly, not that serious. I mean, I'm trying to get to that point where I am serious and really figuring out like what I want my life to look like. I
Well, here's what
don't.
it's going to look like. At 35, you're going to be sharing the men.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. So nobody told you, I'm telling you right now. Because at 28 years old, you're like, I don't know. Okay, cool. At 35,
And this 7 years go
one of
fast.
three. If you're lucky, one of two. If I could tell y'all some of the women I talked to today, women that y'all all know, every last one of y'all would say these are bona fide bad chicks. Professional, educated, beautiful, black. Every last one of them was like, I understand. Now, if women up here, because I'm going to tell you, this is where I heard this from. So at 28, you have a chance to change the outcomes.
I
But
do.
you got to do something about it.
What do I do? I'm going out. I'm trying to date.
Well, that's a different show. That's a different show. But the one thing you don't do is you don't act so entitled. Like what are you doing right? What are you doing other than watching Instagram and YouTube?
I go out. I go out. I've been trying to put myself in positions to where I am in the
Do you
spots
have a
where
college degree?
I do. I have a business management degree, and I'm currently in Houston. I have a pretty
You
decent
can't.
job.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I asked because it's therapy. You got to change the software before you change anything else.
Yeah.
And the thing is, far too many women are walking your software. You can put yourself in a place, but there you are.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, that smoke detector. I want everybody to
Let
get.
me.
I want everybody to send 25 cents on Cash App to old
Don't
girl.
do me like
I
that.
got
No, I'm just messing
drop
with you.
the
I'm just
cat.
messing with you.
Let
I'm
me
gonna bring
let,
somebody back in
let me
though.
mute it though. I don't want you to.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring somebody else in. I got to keep the panel circulating. So
Okay. See you later.
bye bye. Thank you, Miss. I'm gonna bring somebody else in to keep it circulating. Appreciate you being at least trying to have the conversation. I know it's, ladies. I'm not saying this is a perfect solution. That's what I need everybody. I'm not saying it's a perfect solution, but I'm saying, especially in Black America, if you're over 40 and a woman, we can't go back in time. And what's the other alternative? Because I know a lot of people don't say they don't like this or don't like that, but what I never hear is what they do offer. So appreciate it.